Break it down.
Hey, 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 look who's here. He's back.
Captain Fathead, we're here.
Hold on a minute. I got something playing in the background. I got it. Okay.
Happy Father's Day, old man.
Happy Father's Day to you. And what do they call it when you're on family number 2? Happy Father's Day. Anyway, happy Father's Day, everybody out there in that's watching this. Fathers don't get quite the credit, but let's work on that. Anyway, it's the 16th of June. I was talking to Chris. Yep, the year is half over. Whoa. Whoa. Anyway, yesterday we tried to do Bangladesh, shine a light on some very impressive Bangladeshians. Didn't work out quite as planned. They had an outage, power problems. But also, what we're going to do, and I'm going to say this so everybody can hear it. I have met many, 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 many people all around the world in different webinars that I would love to get together, myself and Chris and Robin, on lives. And we came up with a better way. We're going to do the lives, shining the light on other founders in OConnect, and then we can record it and put it on YouTube. This way we get best of both worlds. For one thing is, which makes me feel warm and fuzzy. I don't know about fuzzy, but it's easier for people in different parts of the world to connect with OConnect than it is to come into this restream that we're using now, which is good because it forced us to go the other way, make you think about what we can do. And it's great. We can actually brag about OConnect at the same time we're bragging about founders around the world. Leveraging, I love leveraging. So, no, that'll be great. So I want you to keep in mind, everybody, a lot of you I want on our lives. We have a mission to shine the light on as many people as we can. I made a list. In fact, I was making a list on every scrap paper I have, and you might find this hard to believe, but I am a mess at organizing stuff. Why? This is a mess, okay? So Dawn got me she got me a pad to write stuff down. So it's going to be better. Today's Sunday, and every Sunday I want to mention pray for people. We know there's one thing I want to say. I'm not going to mention religions and all. I don't want to do that. Many, many religions pray to God, okay? I just so happen to pray to God through Jesus. That's the way I believe. I wouldn't want to try to change anybody. We all believe what we believe, whatever. But the point is, there's a lot of people hurting. I get it. Either financially, physically, or both, or all three. And some of them are DEFCON 5. I mean, everything that could be wrong is wrong. And it bothers me. I get it. And I put myself and my life into perspective, no matter how bad it gets, and so in the last 2 months, 3 months, when I thought it was bad, something else happened. I go, no, this is bad. And then something else happened. I go, wow, I wish I had, I wish I could go back to bad number one. But it does get that way. That is life. And I also believe it seems to be the closer we get to this big light of Onpassive, I would say, it just seems like more and more things, blockages or bad things seem to be coming around more and more. That's okay. It's temporary. Imagine this for 1 minute. And I was talking to many people about this. Imagine you have what's going on in life that you're not really happy with right now. Just imagine, because it would be happening whether it was Onpassive or not. But imagine all those things happening, whether it's financial, health, whatever, and you could eliminate the financial part of it, right? We know that with Onpassive. Imagine if you did not have Onpassive, the people to talk to, the people to have fun with, the people. Maybe we argue even once in a while, but we're a family. That means a lot. That's valuable. That's it's priceless to have that. Imagine not having Onpassive. And we know that temporarily, things are going to happen where we start changing our financial situation. There's a lot of people going through stuff that told you no, I don't want no parts of that, whatever. And the part of Onpassive that gets eliminated is you're never alone. Ron did a webinar the other night. You're not alone in Onpassive. If you are alone in Onpassive, something's wrong because there's no reason to be. It's a tap and a chat to anyone in Onpassive that can lead you to a webinar or whatever with other people. So that's eliminated. You're never alone. If you wanted a little bit of a little effort on your part, you can meet up with people. You could go to a webinar. You don't have to turn on. I don't tell people what they have to do. I believe if you get in a group of Onpassive, you will slowly get it, feel comfortable enough to be 100% who you are. And that's the beauty of Onpassive. The other thing, financial, okay? A lot of us are hurting financially, some more than others. Perspective is, yeah, I'm hurting, but guess what? I know there's over 1 billion people worse than me. Over 1 billion, probably 7 billion. Now wrap your head around that. Financially, okay, I have a problem, but if I drink water, it won't kill me. I have shoes for my feet. I have food. When it rains, I don't get wet. So start thinking about that. We weren't promised anything in life. We're not owed anything. Uh, but one thing we did get with Onpassive is whatever we're going through temporarily with financing is going to disappear. Now imagine the person that doesn't have Onpassive, they told you no, and they're going through the exact same thing you are. But what do they have to look forward to tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and the next day? They sit at home alone. They may not have a lot of friends, and the friends they have might be negative. We can all go to Onpassive and hang around with people that are like ourselves. We take positive. We like working with people. We take care of each other. We laugh with each other. Sometimes we cry with each other, but at least together we have that. And I'll tell you what, not very many people have that. I'm telling you. You know, because you know the other side about not having Onpassive. So the plus is temporary. We know that when we finally get to the end, where the light comes on, and Mr. Mafara was able to tie all the pieces together that kind of went astray, whether it was the merchants or whatever. You got to know. I want to say this again. You got to know this question needs to leave your mind. Is it going to be? Is it going to be this? Is it going to listen? Tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars was built on this masterpiece. You don't do 3/4 of a Mona Lisa and just go, break it. I'm not going to finish the eyes. I'm not going to finish the hair. We're way down the road. And money is still being pumped into Onpassive. Why? Because he sees the whole picture. Maybe we don't, but we need to have faith just from what we're seeing that this thing is cranking along. And I'll tell you what I tell you what I believe 100%. As said, I'm not going to come to you and tell you, Hey, wait at the train station. The train is only 15 minutes away. 15 minutes go by and there's no train. He said, stand there and you're going to look up, there'll be a train. Then you know it's ready. Because I've said this a long, long time ago, and a lot of us have. Mr. McFarland gets all his stuff together, right? A lot of these things he's saying he's not just whipping it out of the air. He talks to people, he talks to his staff, he talks to, what do you need? What's this? What's that? Uh, okay, when can I tell the founders that he cares about it'll be ready? And I believe there's some communication where things are promised maybe and it just doesn't work out that way. I know this for a fact. I've seen it in where I worked before. He comes out and says, okay, we're going to do something next Wednesday. When he gets off the phone or gets off of a webinar, he could get 3 phone calls or 3 emails or 15 conference webinars, and all that changes. It's not, I don't care how strong or how powerful you might be as an individual, how much money you have. There's too many moving parts in Onpassive that are internal and external. Now, can they do better? Yeah, I think he's probably not happy that he's telling people this, and it doesn't quite happen. Because I also know what Ash has done in the past because he said it. I want you to build something. Yeah, we can do it, boss. Okay. How much time? 4 weeks. How many people? 10. He gives them 8 weeks and 20 people. He still gives them this, doubles the time, doubles the working power. And then sometimes it doesn't happen. I would be a little perturbed. But the point is, nothing has changed other than what's going on behind the scenes. I think people think, well, we haven't seen Ash, we don't hear anything, so everything has stopped. That is so far from the truth. Things are moving ahead at rapid speed. I know this. I'm going to give you a fact. And I don't do this unless I'm 100% gold. This is what I'm going to tell you. No one in this whole company that we call Onpassive, no one online that I've met thousands of people wants to pay you more or give you what you have coming. It's not a charity than Mr. Mupara. That is on his mind every single day, every minute. How do I know that? I know Mr. Mupara's heart. Do I know everything he's doing to detail? No, don't want to know. I want to be surprised just like you are. But trust me, all the things that happen, the government problem, people going after him, people telling him no. When have you ever heard him said, "This was my nightmare"? That sentence came from not being able to pay. This has been a nightmare. That's the only time he ever mentioned something like that. And it had to do with transferring the money to people that have commissions and people that have bonuses coming. That was his nightmare. Not getting slapped around, told no, people accusing the company of something that never happened or what wasn't going to happen. The stuff that we would normally take, oh my God, I would quit. I would just quit. That isn't it. What bothered him the most was not being able to pay people. That's that's fact. We can add what we want or believe what we want, and I think this and I think that. I tell you what, nothing personal. When people tell me what they think they would do if they were asked, I don't want to hear it. You're not Ash. But nobody here has any pressure in getting this done. No one. Are we waiting? Yeah, that's life. Listen, if the founder position started after everything's okay, they're ready to turn on the switch. Merchants are in place, they work, everything works. All you had to do is come in when it's done. you would never know any of this and say this is the best company that ever existed. The point is, we were in the journey. Part of the journey is not just looking and seeing stuff that you feel should have happened earlier. If you really collected everything they've done, everything the company has done, everything the company has done, and everything that around the world that you can go see right now, you can look it up. Money that was spent, the foundation is built, and now they're starting to build floors. We can all see that. That's not a secret. Even the buttheads around that think it's not real, what they could go look. It's there. It's not in hiding. So you know the next step is coming. But here's the cool thing that I can't believe he did. I wouldn't have done it, and you'd hate me forever. They could bring money in right now and sell O Connect for at least the last 5 months, the one we're in now. I would have done it. The difference is money would have built up your wallet, but you can't take it out. How much hell would this company be going through if that happened? Until the merchants got fixed. People would lose their mind. Trust me, you can't make everybody happy. It's not the company's responsibility to make you happy. He said, be happy and have the faith. I'm about to rock your world. That's what he said. And now we went back up to the mountain and got the information, and he'll be back. So anyway, yeah, I want everybody to know. I mean, that is not a question in my heart. I believe one morning I'm going to get up and there's going to be unbelievable news. Why? Because it's coming. I believe it. I believe it like you. I believe it could be tomorrow. I believe it could be in an hour. I believe it could be while we're talking. Why? Since I've been in Onpassive, surprises happen when you least expect it. Prime example, how many times have we been on here and either myself or Chris get a text from the man, I don't mean God, the man in Florida, okay? And he says, hey, can you guys set up a webinar? And he comes out with boom, boom, boom. That's who he is. He wants to deliver. He loves. This is fact. And I'm not trying to convince somebody. It's fact. You have open your eyes. He loves giving. That's what rocks his world. He loves it. Loves it, loves it, loves it. So when it's able and whatever money's there, which is about 37 million, and he can divvy it out to everybody and clean that slate, fasten your freaking seatbelt. And this ain't a regular seatbelt. It's the race car seatbelt. Cross here, roll bars, we going. And we're going to go at a high speed, and things going to be a lot of fun. It's just that there's a lot of the moving parts are outside of Onpassive. But it happened. It's already, things are just about to blow up. And look, if we know the things I just said, nothing else, you don't know anything else, we should be happy with that. It's not a charity. We're not owed anything. This is a promise that he made to all of the founders from day one. He made this promise when there was one. He made this promise when there was 1,400,000. It's never changed. Now remember, if you're building a company that is going to give your dreams, in fact, he told everybody to dream bigger. How big does the company need to be? How big does the foundation need to be? How big does the merchant background need to be? How many merchants do you need? How many avenues do you need to pay people in something where we were told dream bigger? How big does that have to be? Just use your imagination. I don't give a crap if you're a marketer. I don't care if you're a banker. Use your, this is simple imagination. Multi-unicorn company launching, born a unicorn company, going to pay potentially every founder that is here, every account that is here. That's what needs to happen. Now I want you to think, how can that happen every day, every week, every month, increasing daily, monthly, yearly, probably for the as far as we can see. What would it take to have that happen? Wrap your head around that, and I guarantee a lot of your questions will disappear for the rest of your life about certain things. It'll just disappear. It's a massive undertaking. You know, many companies could shoot rockets into space. First, it was just NASA, but there's private companies shooting rockets into space. And getting it right, getting the right speed, the right angle when it gets into the atmosphere so it orbits the Earth a right distance. And then what happened? Elon Musk comes along and says, you know, it costs a lot of money. We lose the rockets, so we have to rebuild those every time we launch something. He said, how about if we have the rockets come home? How about if we have the rockets that push it up into space? Let's call them back. And not only call them back, I want them to land straight up on a ship in the middle of the ocean. Now, if you brought that up 10 years ago, you would be admitted to the hospital. Really? You want to do what? How did we land before? We landed in the ocean in a capsule, and everybody went out in ships to pick them up. We are landing the rocket boosters like this on a ship in the middle of the ocean. It's like stacking a pin on the head of another pin. But it happened. That's what level we're at now, where we're going to give out dreams as big as you could think to 1 million accounts, 1,000,004. So let's have the faith, be strong, and on top of that, he said, while you're waiting for me and the company to do all the work, I'm going to give you a Connect to play on, which costs me millions of dollars a month. Because I don't want you upset. This took time. So let's make sure you're okay. For get the frick, nobody would do that. So when people want to, when's this going to happen? Don't come to me. I love everybody. I'm a teddy bear, according to Eva. But if you're going to whine about time, are we there yet? Look, I raised my kids. I don't want anybody in my back seat to ask me, are we there yet? You're going to know when we're there. It'll be the day tears are coming out of your eyes because you can't believe what just happened. You'll know. But I don't need full grown adults coming up to me. We there yet? No, thank you. We've done nothing. We've done nothing but wait. Listen, if there was no Onpassive, what would you be doing? You'd be waiting for nothing. You would have no future. You'd be waiting this torment of crap going on around you and realize, what's the outcome? What's plan B? Well, I can't wait for things to get better. Things will get better on their own. We're lucky. Our life's going to get better because of Onpassive. It's being done now. We have people working on our future every single day, and all we have to do is go to O Connect and play trivia. They don't owe us anything. Mike Ellis said, well, I'm going to have to go back to work. Find something to do, and he did. And he's doing a job for a 20-year-old. Trust me. There's the difference. Temporarily, there's a problem. Temporarily, we need to fix it. We need to work on it. That's not Onpassive's fault. That's life. Ash has to give it. Ash promised us certain things. He said we'd be amazed. I will rock your world. He didn't tell you it'd be today. He wants it as soon as he wants it like we do, more. Because remember something. When he cleans the slate, he turns on the switch. You know what the switch is? It's money coming in, so he stops hemorrhaging money. Now the company will take care of the company instead of us taking care of the company and blanketing the founders so that they're happy and comfortable. So let's keep in mind we are really in a good place. Our own family hasn't taken care of us this well. And the outcome is boom, it's going to happen. And when it happens, trust me, I remember going in the labor room with my wife. We went to Lamaze. This is how you breathe. This is what you do. We went in and she got into labor pains every 3 minutes. I don't know who was laying in that bed, but it wasn't my wife. Okay. She looked over at me and went, "You breathe if you want to breathe." And I went, "Who the frick is that?" Now she had my hand because you know how you do the petting of the hand? Yeah. She squeezed my hand like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm on my knees begging her to let go. I think she wanted me to give birth to something at the same time, so I knew what it felt like. But anyway, so her head spun around a couple times. I looked at the doctor. I couldn't freak. Who is this? The baby came out. No joke. Baby came out. Looked like a squid. I mean, what the frick is that? And then my daughter had a cone head. I'm going, what are we supposed to do? Play quates? I mean, what is that going to round off? So anyway, puts the baby up, weighs it, wipes all that off, and now it's starting to look like something I think it's a baby. And I'll go, oh, cool. I'm counting the toes and all that. They clean the baby up and lay it on my wife's chest. Um, Kristen, her birthday was the 12th, by the way, just 4 days ago. Laid it there, and she looked up at me, and her face was back to normal. Wasn't green and slits in it, and her eyes blinking this way. And like she goes, "Oh, that wasn't that bad." And I went, "What the freak you talking about, Willis? Maybe bad for me. You having birth was the worst pain I ever went through. What you talking about?" Yep, totally forgot about how bad it was. I'm not kidding. Maybe not totally, but it was within minutes that that utter hell on earth just went away. Trust me. Things get rocking and rolling on passive. This little bit of wait, which isn't, it's not work to wait. You'd be waiting anyway. Will go away. So enjoy the journey. Enjoy it the best you can, but don't take outside difficulties. I have them. You have them. Trust me. Most people that are having them are not on this webinar because they can't even get on. They're having hell on earth. If you're here and you can walk and get water and not worry about dying from it, and you got food, you got shelter, and you've got internet, we're living large compared to most of the world. So, but anyway, this is all coming where the baby will be born, things will work out right, and we're gonna go, I knew it. I knew it was coming. But anyway, just have the faith. We're about to enter big things. Focus on the belief you had when you got here. We're all going to be fine. But again, I met a lot of people. I'm going to be traveling around with Chris online. I'm not getting in a bus with him, not right now. Traveling here online. Let's get that straight. And finding people that want to come, and we'll do lives with them, a group of them. I don't care, a couple times a week if we have to. Now that we're set up a new routine, and then we'll share it to the world because all of you need to be shared to the world. I know I was all over, but that's what I do. You need a Marty decoder. But I just want to let you know you're in good hands. Things are happening triple time behind the scenes, more than you could even imagine. And again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I'm glad Chris is back. I'm not gonna pick pick on him, not because maybe tomorrow. I can't make any guarantees about that. But anyway, so here's Chris Johnson. Thank you, everybody.
Good morning, my brother. I love you, and happy Father's Day to you and to everybody. Real quick, I want to tell this funny story. This is how me and Marty operate. This morning, we come onto the restream, and I'm like, dude, I can't hear you. And he's pointing at me, and I go about my phone. I let him give him a couple minutes, he'll fix it. And I look up, he says, "It's you." So I didn't do nothing. I went there, so let me sign out and sign back in. And before I could click it, I could hear his voice. But he said, "I've been telling you for 20 minutes it's you. You weren't listening. I said, you should have just called my phone." That's the kind of day we had to start off. I thought it was pretty comical, which I needed. I want to shine some light on someone right now because what she told me, actually, she told me and Marty, she was having a knee surgery, and her name is Ivy Mix. And I want to tell you kind of what she said. Not full, but I want to tell you. She said, "I just wanted to let you and Marty know that's why I'm not on trivia or doing stuff like that. I have a knee surgery." She just texted me that everything's good. She had a real hard day yesterday because of nerves. And this is what she told me. I said, "Well, of course I wasn't online last week. I would have said it last week." She goes, no. There's a lot more people out there that need more prayers than I do. Let them have it. I just wanted to let you know that. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of people that I love, that wasn't thinking about herself. She was thinking about there's other people that need more prayers. I got this. God's got this. And I love it. So Ivy Mix, I'm praying for you for a successful recovery on your knee. I know you're going through some tough times right now with that. It hurts. And we're going to
Yeah, let me add something to that. She said to us, "Don't say anything.
Oops.
If you tell, yeah, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be. You tell me and Chris,
Yeah.
it's going to be said." Now we did wait until the operation happened, but Ivy, you are definitely one of the triple diamonds in this company without a doubt. You've done things. You went back to school, and what she said was, you know, other people need prayer more than I do. But I'm going to let Ivy know something. She knows this, but I'm going to remind her. God can handle a couple million prayers at one time, so you're
That's
okay.
right.
Okay.
That's
You
right.
didn't join him. He's not tired. Go ahead, Chris. I'm just kidding.
You're okay. I personally want to thank Red for jumping in last week and bothering Marty. I loved it. And I want to thank Robin Noble for jumping in. I had a trying week. I literally was called last Sunday, "You got to go now." I dropped everything I did and I took off. Um, I want to thank everyone for the well wishes and the prayers. And from all of you was important, from everyone. The most important, but I don't put it up there, is Ash Mafar was with me the whole time, leaving me, and Marty DeGarmo leaving me positive message. Robin, Julie calling me every day, making sure everything was good. I had to turn off my phone. I had to turn off my Onpassive life because my family needed me. Sometimes you got to grab the bull by the horn and do things no matter what. And with the help from my daughter and my ex-wife, we did that. Some decisions were made that weren't so easy, but I knew that we had to make these decisions. And I want to thank everyone for that. And I'm going to relate that back to Ash Mafara. He has to make decisions every day, but it's just not for himself. He's got to make the right decisions. And let me tell you something. Ash Mafara knows your pain, your tears. He knows this. Why? Because myself and Marty, we chat with him on an everyday other basis or texting. He understands all this. But he also understands that if he doesn't do it right, he can't just stop what he's doing and leave. Like I said, I turned off everything. And I commend him for that. He sticks with what he knows. He believes in this so much that he can't stop. And there's probably things going on in his personal life that he's got to kind of put on hold right now. But I don't think he does. I think he does it all. But I just want to let you know again that I don't care what people say about Ash Mafara. Myself, Marty, we know exactly his heart and how he feels. And it's always been really good. No matter what. All the stuff I've been through in the last 3 years of my life on my personal level, Ash Mafara, Marty DeGarmo, Red, Julie, Robin, Peter have all been right by my side, and a million other you people. That's called a family. I'm going to say this again. Onpassive, it's just not a business. This is why I love it. And happy ED, I don't know how to pronounce EID to everyone out there. When you come in, I worked for Ford's for 32 years. Different people, different colors, different religions. And it was never an eye-to-eye thing. I think what's taught me about Onpassive is when I came into this company, I had no idea the love from all over the rest of the world. And that's what we do. Now, I don't know everyone's problems. I know quite a few of them. I really try to walk in their shoes, but I know I can't. But I know that something that's coming is going to help a lot of people. And I found out a big thing about waiting. Waiting builds patience, and patience builds success. I believe in God's timing. I believe it all. But I for one, will say, I'm glad Ash Mafara hears everyone, but I'm also glad he's smart enough to say, man, I can't just rush into it. I want it done right. Chaman on here, I think his name was, he wrote a really cool thing in here, I thought in the comments. Success is loading. Think about that. Ours, yours, success is loading. Right now, we don't know it, but there's many things and many people in Onpassive that's constantly working to make things right. Not just for OConnect, for everything that we have out there. We don't know it yet. And when it pops, Ash Mafara is going to let us know. I believe that waiting in my life for many things has taught me a lot of patience. I think that I prepared myself before I got into Onpassive, before I knew it. Because we're always waiting. Like I said, I've used this before and I like using it. We are not even patient enough for 2 minutes on a microwave because you're hungry. And it takes 2 minutes to warm up that food. When I was a kid, it took 40 minutes to get that pot pie in the oven, preheat it. But man, after I started eating that pot pie, woof, that wait was worth it. Marty talked about things that brought memories back to me being in the labor room for my 2 kids. There was some names I never knew I had. There was definitely some hand squeezing and watching someone that you love be in that kind of pain. And then watching them when they're holding that baby for the first time, the love and happiness that came from all that pain. We don't have to go through the pain of what Ash does, because every day I'm not worried about if a lawyer is going to call me or a government's going to call me. He set in place a standard for every single person in this world and every country in the world. And he wants to make sure that he follows to the T the right way to do it in this country. And you know, there's a lot of countries and there's a lot of different rules. Every single country is different. We have people in different countries who are facing struggles because their company or it will not allow them to talk about Onpassive. We know who you are. We love you. But that's their rules. This is stuff that you don't understand that Ash has to go through sometimes. He goes through this on a daily basis. And I read a really cool, not mine, but what I read. It's best to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. I think he's told us over and over this, that being prepared for something is very, very important. Now, if I was to go out and give 10 people $1 million, hypothetically, don't get crazy on me, $1 million each, those 10 people, they are not prepared. They're going to go and probably spend it in the first 2 weeks. Oh, I need a new house. Oh, I need a new car. But he's been preparing us along the way. And things that I like he says is, oh, I definitely want you to go enjoy your life. Just remember about other people that aren't and help them out. That is who Ashmafara is. That's who Ivy mixes. That's who many people on here. I can go on naming names. Onpassive is the greatest thing that's ever come into my life. Period. Ashmafara is one of the best friends I've ever had. Who even when I'm happy, he sends me a nice message. But when I'm down, he's really there. Just like that DeGarmo guy with that red hat on. Always worrying. I'm finding out more and more about founders who worry a lot more about other people than themselves. And that's important. When I worked at Ford, I had friends, I had good friends, and we had a little group and we worried about each other, but I'm talking about the whole ecosystem of Ford, though most people don't care. And you're going to cross people like that in your life that just don't care, and they will drain you dry if you let them. All right. I had the opportunity last week to allow myself be drained. I let myself be drained because I wanted to help. But I had to do that for a reason. Ashmafara allows himself be drained by many people in this world right now. But does he stop what he's doing? No. Can you see what he's doing? No. But a lot of us, we grow weak or weary. Oh, he said this. I had someone the other day send me something about what's going on legally with Onpassive. I don't care about that. Why? Because Ashmafara said, don't you worry about this. I got this. So a lot of people right now are concentrating on some things that they don't have a clue about or they read about. I have 100% faith in what Ashmafara is doing right now, for not just me, but for all of us. That's very, very important for all of us to understand. How many people in your life have done that for you? Ashmafara has stopped his life for a whole bunch of people, for anyone that wanted to jump on this. He's not sucking the blood out of anybody, but he's getting the blood sucked out of him always. How do I know this? I know. I just wish some founders would understand that. That man is doing something that's going to change all our lives. We talk about the baby, and which is a perfect analogy. But once that baby comes, you forget about all the pains. Well, that baby is coming on God's timing, and you're going to be happy. I will be getting text and email, not from, hey, my kids are hungry. I lost my house in a fire. And I can go on and on about that. And that's hard for me sometimes. But I do know that through Onpassive, with our products, I haven't talked about Obless in a long time. Obless is going to be one of the most amazing things that's ever happened in this world. Education, teaching, helping. A lot of people look at Obless in a different way, but every single one of us have the ability to do Obless. And that's what I'm hoping most of you do. I want you to go live a complete full life. I want you to travel. I want you to see the world. But I just want you to remember right there that there's someone that you're enjoying is not enjoying so much. Someone right now has got something going on in their head they don't understand. You know, I think the problem with reality in life today is things are expensive. Really, really rich people have the best of everything. Middle class struggle to get those good things, and the poor, they get nothing. Some of them can't get healthy because they don't have the means to go out and find the right doctor, get the right medication. And that's really, really sad. I believe through all of us and Ash Mafara, that will change. Ash has told us many times how the world is going to change. You're going to see a different color. And I think that's going to be a lot of white because people are going to be smiling. But everyone that's got a cold or sick or you're fighting something right now and you have the means to go get the right medicine, there's a billion other people that don't have that opportunity. And that's how I try to think. I don't try to put myself anywhere but in their shoes. I think if people tried to walk in people's shoes, they'd get a different idea. Life is not all roses for everybody. But through Onpassive, he's given everyone the opportunity. And we don't really have to do anything for it. You see me and Marty talk about it every day. Sometimes we say things funny. It's to make you laugh. It's to know that we're not going anywhere. We believe in this. And we are waiting patiently because, listen, I already know what's going to happen. That's the faith and belief I have. Otherwise, I would not be here. That's how much faith I have in this company and Ash Mafara. I know what's going to happen. There's going to be a time in all your lives where you're going to want to go somewhere. And then you're going to think, remember back 2 years ago, a year ago, where we couldn't even send someone a birthday card? Now you're on a plane going to visit those people. That's what life's going to be like. Prepare yourself for it. There's nothing but good things that are happening on Onpassive for all of us. And it will change the world because of people like you. You wanted the change in your life to better. Now it's up to all of us as human beings to go out and change people's lives. That's 100% my faith. I don't think I've ever had this opportunity to change this many lives ever. I could change 1 or 2 people's lives and help them out. But knowing that we're part of something that's going to help the world, that's history. It will be in the history books. Look at these 2 chubby guys. I say chubby because I like chubby better. These 2 chubby guys did this for years because they believed in something, didn't quit, never gave up. Where do you think we learned that from? Ash Mafara really had to put that in our brains. Hey guys, don't quit. He told us a month ago on a webinar, please don't quit, don't give up. You have no idea what's coming your way. He said it, his words, but I already knew that because I believe in it. I'm asking you all to believe in it. I'm asking you to be patient while all this other stuff gets cleared and you don't have to do any work for it. You go to work, go plant your garden, do whatever you got to do, but let him take care of it. You don't need to send it to me. That's Ash's job. That's his law team. That's his staff. They're doing it all. I never had to pick up a pen and write an idea. Oh, we better do. No, I don't necessarily give Ash ideas, even though I have my own, but I let him take it. It's yours, man. Run with it. And man, he's running with it, man. We say that all the time. Marty says it all the time. I thought I knew 5% and he zoomed out. Now I think I only want 1%. I like only knowing 1%. But I also like that 99% is going to come my way when it's all said and done. So stay positive. If you got things going on in your life right now that you have to give attention to, give it to them, especially it's your family. All right. Onpassive is a family. Ash is giving us all attention. You just don't see it. That is Onpassive. That is Ash Mafara. That is Marty DeGarmo. Marty DeGarmo constantly goes and goes and goes. He don't stop. Why? Because he believes in what this company is going to do. He never talks about money. We're going to make this money. That just doesn't happen. What we say is, man, that guy that calls me from the Philippines every day, or that texts me from Papua New Guinea every day. Brother, I love you. Thank you for doing what you're doing. Keeping us involved. It's important. It's important to stay involved. What does that mean? You watch a live once in a while. Check your back office daily. Because you never know when that wonderful man named Ash Mafara is going to pop something up on that pop-up. First thing I look every day is what's going on. But I keep telling myself, I don't even have to look at that pop-up because I know what's going on. I know what he's doing. And that's all I got today. I'm back. I want you to understand that I believe in this 100%. I'm not going to stop believing in it, no matter who says what about me or makes fun of me or calls me names. It's okay. I can take it because I know the truth. Marty DeGarmo, back to you. Marty DeGarmo, back to you. Don't tell me you lost your sound again.
No, I lost I lost the stream. I could hear you, but I couldn't see anything. Anyway, I'm back. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Um, I know we all suffer and all that, but I found that little saying below: God allows us to suffer because it is a byproduct of sin. Sin happens because God gave us free will. Think about all the bad things in the world that happen, and I'm not getting religious really. I'm just saying, think of all the bad things that happen in this world. Would it have happened if we loved thy neighbor? No, that's simple. A lot of these wars and stuff, they wouldn't have happened if we loved thy neighbor. Neighbor doesn't have to be the guy next door. Hey, look, I traveled all the world. I was in Russia for a long, long time, in Siberia, helping start up a plant, and I didn't see the evil empire. I heard about it on the news. I heard about how evil they are. I was there for a long, long time, traveled back and forth. I met hundreds and hundreds of Russians. I'm sorry, I hate to break the news to the world. I didn't see an evil empire. I went to Japan, and these evil people in the 70s supposedly sucking up the economy. They're hurting us. I didn't see it. I did see one thing, a couple of things when I was there. It cost $5 for an orange. $5, I could get a bag of oranges, a big bag in the 70s and 80s. Didn't see it. Heard about it. I didn't hear that. I went to France. I was there for a long time. Ate with the French, did work together with them. I didn't see some of the stories I heard. Why? Because it's not true. If we didn't do those things, is it not almost crazy that we have people starving and for like 28 billion, nobody would go hungry? But yet We will spend money so we can make a bomb smart. I don't know about you, but that sounds just totally bizarre to me. Hey, what do you have? I have 10 bombs, yeah? But I got a smart one. It'll kill more efficiently. I don't know. I don't know. Well, we're protecting ourselves. We have like 10 times more than anybody for protecting ourselves. How about if we just become friends or at least work on it? Work on communication. I know not everybody feels that way, and I know it's been going on for thousands of years, but man, how ridiculous is that? So, what can we do as people in Onpassive? Well, about 1 million of us can go out there and do our part. One piece of good times 1 million, times 2 million, times 10 million, times 50 million, and what happens? That one that one drop of water, one drop of water turns into a river, turns into a roaring river, turns into Niagara Falls. That's how things happen. We're going to repair as much as we can of the nastiness of this world. And I know people are going to listen to this jackass from New Jersey speaking all crazy. It all starts with a seed. I don't know how far we'll get, but I know going forward, trying to make things better in the world is a good cause, even if you don't reach it. It's the part of going for it, trying to achieve it. And that's thought if one person can have that much impact, how much can 1 million people have? And trust me, everything that happens in life, if you do it and you meet other people, it will rub off on them. You could rub off on people negative, or you could rub off on people positive and giving a good vibe and making people feel good about themselves. I'm sorry. If I may not change the world, but I can change the world around me. I can change people I meet. Stop looking like you got to change 50,000 people. Change one. And if he believes, like you do, he's going to change one. That's how it starts. You say, well, what can a tree do? A tree can make a forest. No, it can't. It's just a tree. Bullcrap. Seeds fall off the tree, acorn here, acorn here. Now there's another tree. Now, how many trees can that form? It's unlimited. Everything's unlimited in the world. But if my little piece of action that I do can make a change in one person's heart, enough that they would want to do the same, it's priceless. And we can make the world a little bit better. I don't know what we're going to change, uh, flip it upside down. Yeah, things are going to change and look different, but it takes all of us. And it's really hard to edify and lift people above yourself when you're concentrating on yourself. No matter how bad your day is, lifting other people and putting them above yourself takes some of the worry of yourself away. When you're giving, you're not thinking about what you need because it feels so good to give. It kind of eliminates it for a short amount of time. I'm not living a fantasy. I need it, but I can tell you every time. For example, every time in my life that I gave from my heart, gave it whatever I could, the return was 100-fold. Always. Not sometimes, always. So as soon as I get into this, oh my God, what are we going to do? I don't know where we're going to go. Yeah, there's conversations you have to have with family. As soon as I let it go and start focusing on others and I see what they're going through, it makes it look like mine's at daycare camp. It makes it look like I'm in Disney World for real. So let's work together like we've been doing, edifying one another, lifting everybody up. If you don't want to do that, if you're not that type of person, if you don't have faith, if you said no to coming into Onpassive as a founder, Maybe it's because you're so wrapped up in your own grief and sadness that you can't see outside yourself. But I'm telling you, some of the medicine of grief and sadness is helping others. It sounds bizarre. I get it. I know because I've lived it. I've done things, handed somebody the last $100 I ever had. I would nothing. There was a dust bowl in my bank account. Dust bowl. And I did it because I felt I had to do it. And within a few days I had 3 times that in my bank account. Didn't expect it. It doesn't even make sense. There's been many months that what I bring in and what we have to pay out mathematically does not make sense. Do I question it? Yeah, inside deeply, I'm going, what the freak, this doesn't make sense. But it works out. God has always made it so it works out. And what I do know, and this is a secret I want all founders to keep to themselves, we have Onpassive. At the end of this journey, whatever journey we're on, everything's temporary. We have Onpassive. And if you had friends and family that are not alive now and they died, that's life. That has nothing to do with Onpassive. But that family member or that friend that I have had some pass away, right now, pray to God they're in a better place for sure. What would they want? They would want you to carry the torch the rest of the way to make it to that spot that it happened and you're living it. And I would want the same thing for everybody if I died now. I know what's going to be turned over to my wife. I know what my family's going to get. I know. So let's go that way. Let's try that. Let's look at potential, what's coming. Think of the guy laying on the couch with the same exact problems you have, and he does not have Onpassive. So in a week, in 5 days, in 3 months, whatever, his life is not going to change. If anything, it's going to get worse. And I know no matter how bad it is right now, that I have Onpassive. And the seed was planted. And I have a gentleman who has surrounded himself by the best in the world that says, I'm going to rock your world, Marty. You just lay on the couch, play trivia at night, do a couple lives. I got your back. There'll be a knock on the door, and that'll be the keys to Inside Onpassive, and let's go rock and roll together. That's what's going to happen with me, and I believe that, no matter how bad it is, and it's going to happen for all of you. Anyway, I figure sometimes I preach during the week, probably not cool, but it's Sunday. I can do whatever I want. It is Sunday, right?
It is Sunday.
I have to double check.
I thought it was Monday myself, but
I have no idea what day it is. But anyway, I'm sorry that I told you my daughter looked like a squid. I'm lucky though, because she doesn't watch this, and that my wife was the exorcist and her head spun around. I'm not really sorry for that because that happened. They didn't have videos back then, but it all turned out good. And now we have grandchildren. Is it a bird? They're not here. They left. Nobody's here. So what I'm saying, nobody can hear but the dog, and he's pretty stupid. That no matter how rough that was on us, somebody asked me, been better if my daughter did the right things and she had to. I wouldn't want my grandchildren to leave now. They're, they're like my regular kids. Shorty gets up every day, told me a joke the other day, guys. And I said, I'm like, well, after I laughed, don't ever say that again, I said. Oh, wait a minute. Do me a favor. Go tell Mimi. And then never say it again. It was so funny. He tells Dawn, I could hear it, I'm listening. And she goes, don't you ever say that again. I'm not kidding you. And he goes, that's funny. They laugh and then they yell at me. Anyway, it was funny. I would say it here, but I know I'll get in trouble. I don't even know where he heard it from, probably one of his friends. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Like I said, we're going to be searching. We're going to grab you. I don't care where you're from. Tita King, you're coming on live with us one day. I'll try to get away with it. Lori Lund, you can't hide. All I got to do is bring a horse out, and you're coming because I know you love horses. By the way, Lori, you are the hardest working. Lori could take a Lori could take anything, a pen with a pizza on the top, pick it up for a nickel and sell it for $700. I don't know how she does it, but yes, very good at that. Let me see something.
I will say this real quick, Marty. Let me say this first. I just found a really good quote. Sometimes God takes you, because it's Sunday, sometimes God takes you on a journey you didn't know you needed to bring you everything you ever wanted. Trust the plan. I'm glad I got that out. I want to say this. One thing that I'm not disappointed, I love, is when we do the Bangladesh webinar, I think one person I know, the rest of them I've never seen them before, because a lot of them either couldn't get on somewhere, but I'm excited to hear what these people who probably been in Passive for a few years has to say, because Marty says, do you know any of these guys? I go, I think I know one of them. And Ava said, I'm bringing you people that want to talk and are brand new, and that's what she did. So I'm real excited about that.
Since it's Sunday and Red's not coming on, I got to make a confession. I asked someone, Bangladesh, India, whatever, how do you say their name? They say it to me. And wait a minute, I still don't know how to say their name. So, yeah, I mean, they say it 3 times. My name is English Bushanuk. So I'm shaking my head. Yeah, got it. Well, I wrote that down. I didn't. I don't get it. So we bring Robin along. Robin could pronounce anybody's name, So, but it's funny. We're all different. But what I wanted to say is, since we're here and it's Sunday, I want to do a couple shout outs because I haven't done that in a long time.
Don't forget about heroes.
Oh, yeah. Heroes today at 2:00. A lot of people ask us questions. A lot. And no problem. But Heroes is dedicating every Sunday at 2:00 to answer your questions. So go there. If you don't have the link to Heroes, find Collins, find me. In fact, I could put the link in here. If any of the Heroes people are watching this, please put the link in the chat. Please. Peter, whoever. Okay? Please, please, please. All right, I'm going to do a shout out. I don't even know what a short out is. Roy Davies from Florida, been here. I don't remember you. You're always here. Thank you very much. We have Yusuf Adal. I've seen this name many times. Thank you, Yusuf. Sarish Kumar, welcome, welcome, welcome. Kiana McCullough, of course, the dog whisperer. She's here. She's a whopping 4'2". Kiana, I'm joking. Yeah. She put the pointy hat on. She's a yard gnome. I'm just kidding.
Pippi Longstocking.
Pippi Longstockings last night. That's who she was.
We did my first time back in trivia, which I missed all my buddies. We lost because we gave up Eric again to go to the girls because there wasn't enough ladies. So, ladies, I'm calling you out. Let me give you a hint. If you ever notice, the people that we have on trivia, we talk more about. Hint, hint. Come on. It could be fun.
It could be fun. Michael Chata, Chata. Thank you. You're always here. I appreciate it big time. Let me keep going. Gene Oliva. What can I say about Gene that everybody doesn't know? By the way, I don't think Gene Oliva misses a webinar. I don't care what webinar I go in as attendee, because sometimes I go in cognito so I can just listen. Because if I go in, I have to dance, you know what I mean? And sometimes you just don't feel like dancing. But she's in every webinar. I never go to a webinar, she's not there. I don't know how she does it. But she's amazing. She is supportive of everyone. Everyone. Always a kind word. She's just Amazing. That doesn't go unnoticed, by the way. She's one of Ash's favorites too, without a doubt. Gloria Rose. Oh, what a beautiful name. Hello, Gloria. Thank you. Listra. Fuck. I don't know if I said that right.
Flock.
No, stop.
Flock.
You think I'm going to take your word for it, you lopsided hat? She's amazing. She's good at trivia, especially for Here's What. Listen, you can read into that whatever you want. It's just facts. We don't know what that means either. Her sister's amazing. Where's she at? Gemma's probably here. If Listra's here, Gemma's here. By the way, if Listra's here before noon, that's a miracle within itself because she doesn't.
Dry hair. With dry hair.
Yeah, with dry hair, yeah. So right now she's shaking her head doing this.
I like that name, Calistro. Calistro. I think that's a cool name. Sounds Italiano.
Yeah, it might be AP. Nuno Santos, hello, welcome. Delisa Christie, she's been around forever. Thank you. Robert McGehee, welcome. Robert's been, like I said, for forever. Chandon Majamder.
He's run that road.
He's here all the time.
Is
and always has something positive to say.
Mohan, Biblop, Roy, we love you too.
And Narelle, oh my God, Narelle, what time is it? It's got to be.
She's
1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I think you put her to sleep today, so I don't.
I think you what?
I think you put her to sleep today. She might be sleeping.
Yeah, she paid a real big compliment. I love listening to people, especially Marty, because he makes it so I can sleep.
She said your voice calms her. I said, what?
What? I sound like the dude in the garbage can on Sesame Street. The freak.
I think this is a new record.
Myra's amazing, really good in trivia, by the way, and she's got a lot of talents other than that. She can do posters.
Myra's really smart. I mean,
you said that like you're surprised.
No. I mean, I knew she was smart.
Oh, she's smart. I'm like, what the freak?
She knows things sometimes. Like, God, how did she know that? But
no, I know she's very smart. Very smart.
Robert Oakes, how you doing?
Linda Chapetta, hello, Linda. Linda's been around forever.
Ivana.
Jamal Das has been here forever. Thank you so much. John Harrell. You know what? That's the first time I remember seeing your name, but thank you for being here. I mean that.
Harold Fox. I don't know if you've seen her, but we're thinking about you, Harold. Don't think I forgot about you.
Oh, yeah. Harold's a great guy. I miss Harold. Whenever you're feeling good enough, Harold, come back to trivia. You're a lot of fun. What a great guy he is, too. Always just a nice guy. Super. Amit Kumar. We have a lot of Indian people that come. That's pretty cool. Ken
Mohammed's. If the MD means Mohammed, so it makes it easy for me.
Ken Pringle.
Yeah.
His family created Pringle chips. I'm joking, Ken. That wasn't even funny.
He's got that his whole life.
Oh yeah, he's heard that a million times. Dr. Benny's here. Smile with Dr. Benny. Yeah, because when she smiles, yeah. If she comes in a room, you're smiling. You have no choice. David, the one and only Switzer. He doesn't love me anymore.
Yeah, he just gave up on us, and he's probably going to do a live saying, "I love you, Marty, Jumbo, and Chris Hansen."
right now, he's going on. Nobody loves him. David's a great guy. He's
David. I love your lives. Keep doing them because that's what it's all about. So keep doing what you're doing, David.
David, from the very first one to what you're doing now, yeah, you're doing a fantastic. You grow just like everybody does. You just do it and do it and do it. Bavine Benny, wow.
Delisa
she lifts up everybody all the time.
Shout out to my admins for doing a great job. Narelle work on Gina Leva, Delisa Christie, and I think I even got Judy on there. So appreciate what you guys do for my channel, knocking off the negative and keeping with the positive. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Sherry Dershowitz goes without saying. She builds up everybody, all the time. Megan Mitchell, hello, Megan. I haven't seen you for a while. She's a smart lady too. Wow, I
I,
believe
I
she's
said
a teacher,
Narelle.
right?
I said Narelle on that, didn't I? Because she's on there. She gets most of them.
Yeah. Megan Mitchell's a teacher, right?
Yeah, she's a beautiful. Listen, she's got a smile every day. She puts a picture, and she really is a beautiful lady. But her smile. Listen, there's a lot of things that's going on in her life too, and she just keeps smiling. So I love it. I love it. If you could smile in a, if you could smile when your life isn't going perfect, that's a good thing. That keeps you going, I believe, and it keeps.
And one thing about Kristen, he's very consistent, big heart, everything, but he hits on all the women.
I don't hit on
Don't
anybody.
don't take it bad, okay? I've seen the man absolutely not know somebody, sees her, sits down, looks over and goes, "How you
Damn.
doing?" Yeah, he goes, "How you doing? Are you married?" I
No, I
mean,
don't hit on. I'm just
first sentence. He
nice.
doesn't even care. He didn't even care if they're an Onpassive. Hey, how you doing? Sit down. You married? No. You an Onpassive? No. Oh, okay. Get up.
Full of Marty, gosh.
That's the second question. Wait a minute. What else?
Not like
Oh,
that, ladies. You're my sisters, and I love and respect all of you.
who do you guys believe, me or him? Come on.
Me.
Jerry Nix, another guy. His background is amazing, and he's funny as whatever. He's really funny.
Just going through a lot of stuff. We're still saying prayer.
Oh, this guy taking care of his wife, and he's Jerry. You're a superstar, buddy, no doubt. But Mata, come on. But Mata's been here from the beginning. So most of you keep me going. I mean that. Whatever inspiration I might be, the watching everybody grow and talk and become their self is so cool to me. That makes my day. Gemma's here, really good in trivia. Yeah, she
Say,
was reading books when her other sister was partying. I think. I'm just kidding. Every time I say that, Lister flips out.
sure does, but Gemma's cool about it. They're two different people, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
like when
funny.
she says, Gemma. Gemma's like,
Yeah,
oh, let's just stop. I know what I'm doing.
yeah. And Gemma, the Canadians put that A at the end. Whatchcall does it really strong. When
Oh,
he told his story at the end, he went, A?
on the Minnow trivia last night. Hi, Minnow, by the way. Thank you for all your wonderful things you've done.
Oh, Minnow's
I came on
amazing.
and
Everybody loves Minnow.
yeah,
Everyone.
I came on and Kevin was talking. She cut him. Oh my God, Chris is here, and here's Julie Pierre. I think I'm going to disappear for a week for a. And Julie Pierre, remember, it was so funny. Don't everyone look at Julie Pierre and give her a
Oh, think I'm gonna leave for a week so I can get a grand opening. Yeah, Callisto. Yeah, that is a cool name.
Cool
I don't know
name.
why. All right. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up.
Holy cow. We listen, y'all need to go to church now, okay? We took a lot of your time up. Sorry, God. We try to give a good message here.
Yeah, trust
We
me.
just want to recognize you. We don't do that much.
Yeah, I don't know what we do, but we're not replacing church. We're not that good. Uh, anyway, what else we have? Oh, had a lot of people show up, over 300 on a Sunday. Anyway, thank you everybody. Like I said, don't forget Heroes at 2. What else is going on today? I keep thinking something else is going on.
I gotta clean and cut my grass. I've been here for a week.
Oh yeah, we're going real soon because what he's going to start talking about, I'm not kidding, is cleaning. I don't know why look at me. Do you think I think about what compound cleans grout the best? And he insists on telling me.
Lined up to clean right now.
He does certain rags, how to clean the blades on a fan. What?
Pillowcase. Pillowcase.
Yeah. See what I mean?
See-
Anyway, see you all. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.
Why do women always rub their eyes when they get up?
Don't you even say that answer. Leave right now. Don't say it. Figure it out.
Just figure it out.
Oh, yeah,
All right,
trivia.
bye.
Want to know the answer? Come to trivia tonight. We'll give you